Yeah, one more time.
Pat Cochran, P-A-T-C-O-C-H-R-A-N, and I'm the commander over the Downtown Area Command at Park Police and Lake Patrol.
So give us an update on the search.
Well, we have recovered a possible body. We're not sure yet. We don't know who it is, and so we're working with APD to try and recover that person.
So you
Where was the
found
body found?
but you haven't fully secured it from the wilderness yet?
Exactly. We don't know who it is.
Where was it found?
All I can tell you is it's down in the water or down the waterway. I don't know exactly where.
Okay. In relation to where the swimmer yesterday went missing, do you have an estimate?
I don't yet. This is pretty new information coming in.
Positive ID.
Nothing yet. No idea on the person.
How was the body found?
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know any of the information yet. So I can't give you specifics on.
But where
that
is
stuff.
where are authorities right now? Like the general area,
They're still in the general area where the swimmer went missing.
and that's where they recovered or
It's
found
like I
something.
said, I don't know how far down
okay,
it was.
okay.
Can't tell you.
Gender?
Can't tell you that yet either. This is all new, brand new information.
So maybe not specifics then, since you don't really have any about this. In the past, when there's been instances like this, about how long, what's the process that you guys have to go through to kind of figure out all of those specifics?
Well, the ME is the one that finally will make a determination, just like on a homicide. They're the ones that give the definitive on who this person is. So we have to wait until they determine that.
But I mean, when you find the body, what's next? I mean, what do you...
In this particular case, we call the ME, and the ME will come out. First, we've got to get the body out of the wilderness or wherever it's at. And so that's could be up to and again, I don't have any details. It could be up to AFD's teams to help us or whatever. And then homicide goes out there as a precaution because, again, we don't know who it is. And we start an investigation. The ME's office is called, and they'll eventually take custody of the body.
Anything else you know?
Again, the green belt was closed, but the waterway wasn't at the time. So, because as the park person said earlier, the flow rate was down. So that doesn't mean it's not dangerous though, and that's why the green belt was closed, was to try and keep people out of the park.
What do you want to say then to people who are watching? This is obviously, if it ends up being the missing swimmer, a very tragic situation. How can we avoid this in the future?
Well, it takes a lot for us to close a park, for the park department to close a park. Austin is very park friendly. We have a lot of parks, and it takes a lot for us to close one. Just like a waterway, it takes a lot for us to close a waterway. And so when that happens, you've got to respect that as a decision. And like you've seen earlier, and there's more people coming up the trail now, this green belt's clearly closed, and yet people have gone, and they may not have gone around the gate. They may have come in a different way and not seen the signs. But it's on social media. We put it out on Facebook. The city puts it out. It's on most of the news stations that these places are closed. And you may think that you're an experienced hiker, or you may think you're an experienced swimmer, but when you're in unusual circumstances, you probably aren't as good as you think you are.
Are people going to get penalized if you catch them inside?
Well, again, it's a park rule, so it's like any other rule. It doesn't have a penalty assigned to it, so it's not an ordinance. So, in order to be an enforceable law, it has to be an ordinance with a penalty assigned to it. Class C, Class B, whatever the penalty happens to be. It can't be a park rule, just like any other place. If you set a rule at some private business, we can't. We don't enforce those either. So.
Do you have any estimate on when you'll have more information for us?
It could probably be a couple hours.
What are the total assets, if you don't mind describing them again, that are actually working since the person?
I don't know. Fire department would have to speak to how many people they have out there. We have 6 officers and a sergeant supervisor out there, and they've been out there all morning. They were out there last night looking for him, and they had to call it off because it was just dark. So
This may be self-explanatory, but they've now found a body. So then, are you guys suspending the search for the missing swimmer from yesterday until you figure out who this is?
Just till we figure out who it is.
What time do you think the body will actually be taken?
That I don't know. I don't know where it's at, if it's in water or in a bunch of trees. I don't know.
Thanks. Thank you guys.